welcome back to Critical Cowboys. All you Cowboy fans, NFL fans probably know this has been, circulating in the news. I just want to digest it and really just, put my thoughts and really think the Amari Cooper trade to the Browns. Does Dallas Cowboys keep Amari Cooper? I know he's expecting to take a big cap hit and, making big bucks. Do you keep him for this year to see how the Cowboys do? But ultimately, they decided, they don't want to take the cap hit. They want to go probably younger, cheaper, really not reload, but basically reload in a sense. They get cheaper contracts, probably draft. Hopefully, they can draft well, find hidden talents, and just restock. And, the Amari Cooper era is done in Dallas. Was it successful? You got three division titles, three NFC. You got two NFC titles, three in Dak's years as of right now, but two NFC East titles with Amari Cooper. It was 2018. That was when they gave a first round for Amari Cooper. That definitely produced well. Gotta give full credit to Jerry Jones. That trade definitely was a perfect trade, perfect fit. They won the division. They won the wild card round. They just ultimately couldn't get it done in LA, in the LA Rams, in the Coliseum that year. And then you fast forward this year, this past year, they won the division. Everyone thought they should have bet, San Francisco. We could talk about that all we want, but they didn't do it. Do I think was a solid? Well, I think you definitely, for first rounder, you got Amari Cooper. You got him young. You signed him. I don't know. Really, maybe was the coaching staff that didn't put Amari Cooper in the proper position, because this was Mike McCarthy's second year as a Cowboy coach, and they won one division. You had Jason Garrett, practically 2 years with Amari Cooper, 3, I think, and they only got one division title. Was the coaching staff, did Kellen Moore do a good job offensively of scheming things right from Amari Cooper? Because he didn't really get targeted in the San Francisco game. I think he's pretty reliable. I really do. If you get the ball to him, he's very productive. Now, what do you have left? You have basically young CeeDee Lamb. He's gonna be that number one option. They signed Michael Gallup, so you're gonna have CeeDee Lamb probably the number one option. Michael Gallup you could throw in the slot, or you could use him as a second receiver. Now, of course, recently, the Bills just released Cole Beasley. Now, do I think the Cowboys are gonna go after Cole Beasley? Probably. I think they'll get him on a cheap deal. I think it'll make most sense for Dallas. You could get CeeDee Lamb, you get Michael Gallup, you could have Cole Beasley in the slot, you probably draft a young wide receiver, or do you try to go get like a Michael Thomas or Julio Jones? Do you try to go get a receiver that's productive, that's a little older, but that you have to maybe pay some money, but it's probably going to be cheaper than Amari Cooper? Or do you draft? That's the thing. I really don't know, because CeeDee Lamb is productive. I think he can catch if the ball's thrown to him correct areas. He knows the right position. You lost Cedric Wilson, so I think they're gonna have to find a big top receiver, unless CeeDee Lamb becomes that big top receiver. You tagged one of your tight ends. You let go the other, so you're probably gonna need a tight end. So now let's talk about what they actually got. They got a 5th round pick. Do I think the Cowboys they said they were gonna release him. So do you think I wouldn't have released him? I would have not told, if it's a press or whatever, that you were gonna release him, because then every single NFL team is gonna underball you pretty much. You're not gonna get what you deserve for Amari Cooper. So I think Cleveland definitely gets a good wide receiver. Now they let go Jarvis Landry. Now that's someone you could target. I don't think a lot of NFL teams will really look at him. Michael Thomas are looking at Julio Jones. they're looking at. I feel like Jarvis Landry is like a hidden gem. I don't really think no one's really. I'm sure a team's gonna get him for sure, but I don't think he's just under the radar. I think with Dallas, he will be productive because he's a great catcher. He can catch. I think he will be productive. So you got a 5th round pick. Do I think it's a win? Nah. It's more like We kind of really had to. It was either we take a underball pick, or we let him go for nothing. So at least you got him out of the conference. It was probably worse if you release him and then he goes in your conference and you gotta compete against him or in the playoffs. That'd be way worse. Send him to Cleveland, ship him out, 5th round pick. It's okay. I would prefer to. Can you get a fourth, maybe a 4th and a 7th? A 6 and 7, two picks instead of a 4th, instead of a 5th. My bad. I think for what the situation was, you wanted to take some cap off. I think Cowboys did okay job. I'm not gonna say it's great. I'm not gonna say they did a terrible job. They got a 5th round pick. That's not bad. Now they really gotta focus now and really look at who can they acquire as wide receiver, who can they target, because Dak needs weapons. Now we've seen Dak definitely needs to be surrounded by pretty much A-listed players. We saw his rookie year, he had the best offensive line. He had a great wide receiver in Des Bryant. He had Cole Beasley in the slot. Terrence Williams, a great wide receiver. You had a Hall of Famer in Jason Witten. You couldn't have asked more for a more talented team than that. And the defense was playing not bad. Even in the second time Dak goes into playoffs with Amari Cooper, you had still a good offensive line. I would say top 5, top 3. You still had Jason. You didn't have Jason Witten that year, but you had Amari Cooper. You just recently acquired. He was on fire. You still had Terrence Williams. You had Cole Beasley. So you had Ezekiel Elliott that was doing very well at that time. People want to ask why his production dipped. I think because they did not give him enough touches, or they got to really fix that offensive line. Because right now they have Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and that is it. They really don't have anyone else. There's no Travis Frederick. That was that middle, that center, that was that key piece in that shift of that offensive line. They don't have that anymore. So I really think they gotta go get on offensive line, 1st round, then go defense again. Try to draft a wide receiver, maybe late in the round. Get a tight end. That's what I think they should do. Get a guard or center, 1st round. 2nd round you go defense. 3rd round maybe go defense. 4th round go offensive piece. We gotta see what happens in draft. But overall, I think you had to get if you want cap room, you had to get rid of Amari Cooper. You give a 5th round pick. You swap 6th. Not bad deal. If they draft well, then it's a win. I really think so. And you shipped him out. It's okay. Am I sad? Yes. That Amari Cooper has left the Dallas Cowboys? Of course. I really thought he was going to be a key player, key instrument in Dallas Cowboys taking. Of course, everyone wants Dallas Cowboys to take that next step. I really thought, to win in this league, you need a number 1 wide receiver, or at least 2 good wide receivers. We've seen that. And pretty much, you need at least a number 1 wide receiver. You see that Rams, and Cooper Kupp. You've seen that in the Brady and the Bucks, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Those are 2 top wide receivers. Plus they had Antonio Brown, which is really good. You're gonna need wide receivers. You saw with Chiefs when they won the Super Bowls in Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, and they got Travis Kelce. So you're gonna need pieces, definitely. So overall, it's an end of an era. It's the end of the Cooper era. Was it a failed experiment? Was it not? Do you think it was a success? Leave your comments below. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Prescott throws. Cooper makes the play. Might go. First play from scrimmage. Touchdown, Cooper.